I wish they had this process in my 20s. When I started, they only had Rogaine. I would have never used Rogaine. I would have just went right to the Evolution Hair Centers. I started losing my hair in my late 20s. There were telltale signs when I'd comb my hair, when I'd shampoo, you'd see hair around the shower drain. And I knew if it was happening in my late 20s that I have to do something now because it wasn't going to get better on its own. So in those days, there wasn't as many options as there are now. So I went to a doctor, and in those days, you could only get Rogaine by a doctor's prescription. So that's what I started using. And it worked for several years. The hair loss sort of stopped, but I never really grew the hair that I would want. It pretty much was just like on a holding pattern until something better came. Then what I had to do is I went through a lot of things in my 40s and 50s, and my hair loss really accelerated. So I was listening to the radio and I heard this ad, Angry Hair Guy. And I said, you know, if somebody's that angry about losing hair and angry about the different topicals and different solutions and different problems that people come into, you know, let's face it, there's so many snake oil salesmen in this kind of industry. This was the kind of guy that I would want to talk to. So I did make an appointment, and I had an initial consultation with Will, and it really was eye-opening. My scalp was not in a condition to regrow hair. It had a lot of problems, and he was very helpful in telling me the different solutions that I could have, and he also told me about what to expect. He didn't hype it up. He was very realistic, and actually it surpassed what he had told me. So he basically had told me that you have to detoxify, use topicals, take supplements, and of course the cold laser, which is no more than just like sitting under a hairdryer at a hairdresser. I did this for a while, and I noticed immediately my hair loss had stopped. And then little by little, I was gradually growing hair back. And people were commenting to me, and they were saying, well, your hair looks thicker, your hair looks fuller. What are you doing differently? And I mentioned about evolution, and some people looked into it also. But one thing I would definitely recommend to somebody, if you are losing hair, don't wait any longer, because the longer you wait, the results won't be as great. Go immediately, because the sooner you go, the sooner you'll see results.